Greetings everyone and welcome to a short video on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, specifically how to beat the the legendary event Aggressive Negotiations with the best team, I think, from the Separatists. Now this is before any reworks for Separatists that are coming from the May 2019, so I know Dooku and Gunray are getting reworks. However, they're not going to be counted currently as they do not provide anything of value at the moment. And the team that I am thinking of recommending is already completely available, free to play, and pretty damn useful. So the team I'm recommending is General Grievous lead with B2 and Magna Guard with Asajj Ventress and SonFAC as well. And I'm going to explain the importance of certain characters and any zetas you might potentially need. So, with Asajj, you're not going to need any zetas, although her unique, I will go ahead and label it as optional, just because it does kind of help out. Rampage, whenever an ally or enemy is defeated, Asajj gains turn meter and offense, and the turn meter gain and the offense and the crit chance are up, and it does increase her max health as well. So it does give her a little survivability, a lot of turn meter, and a little more oomph for the rest of the battle. So with her unique is definitely optional. She is there for her strike fear ability. Now as you can see, I don't even have it maxed out, but you don't need the Omega on it because the heal only affects Night Sisters. What you want is the dispel all buffs on all enemies portion. That is the key point. And then there is also a turn meter loss component as well, so you only need it up to rank 7. So that is Asajj's main bonus, and her basic does have a stun chance, so that is also very nice. So that is the reason for her. Alright, with Grievous, you do not need his leadership zeta. I'm going to emphasize this because you're probably not going to get a lot of target lock, so I don't think you're going to want his you're not going to really want his leadership zeta. Now, if you can, you are going to want Metalloid Monstrosity, because Grievous is usually last droid standing, and this gives him a ton of bonus turns and a ton of extra damage. So this is definitely an ability I would consider. Alright, next, and then this is the most important. Sorry about that. This is the most important. You want B2 and you want his zeta. B2 is key to this event, so you're going to want to gear him up highest of all of them. I'm stuck behind a stun gun, that makes me sad. And you're going to want to max out Relentless Barrage for sure. Now this is just an Omega. And you are going to want Reactive Protocol Zeta. Whenever he inflicts a debuff, all other allies, Separatist droid allies, gain 5% turn meter. I know it's not a whole lot, but he is going to be spamming Mowdown. You also want to max this one out. And you're going to want a lot of potency on him. Personally, I'm thinking about switching to 2 health or defense mods, so you only have 2 sets of potency and 1 set of defense, because he's going to be taking hits. You want him alive. Heavy Arms Omega is only 15% damage, so it's not really that important, but Mowdown and his Zeta, these are the key components to beating this event. B2 is key. Alright. Geo Soldier, you do not want him, and this is something I learned while observing the event early on, that a lot of people are missing because they don't have B1, but whenever someone attacks out of turn, that triggers the Undispellable Protection up. That's what triggers it, is out of turn attacks. So, for that reason, Geo Soldier and B1 Battle Droid are detriments to take in. Like, yes, you can beat it with a full Zetaed up, geared up Separatist droid team, but you're better off not bringing B1 Battle Droid and instead bring SonFAC. SonFAC, I think, is next on the list. Yeah, SonFAC is a tank. And that is his main contribution. He's tanky, he's gonna taunt, and he's got a Dispel on his basic. And it even heals him too, so SonFAC is a sustaining tank. He's got a good taunt, he can maybe get offense down and hopefully remove some turn meter. Spiteful Strike also heals him. And then Superiority is, it just gives him counter chance, and you're not going to use the other part of it, so it's just purely counter chance. But yeah, SonFAC is a very good tank to bring. You want him taunting to keep the pressure off the droids, because you want the droids, specifically Grievous, taking as many turns as possible. So you want a nice, tanky SonFAC. I didn't have him geared up. I'm regretting it. But he is going to be key. Alright, and lastly, you'll want the Magna Guard because of his interactions with Grievous. Now, you're not going to want his Zeta, which is Stunning Strike. That just allows him, if no buffs were dispelled, to reset the cooldown. Odds are you're going to dispel buffs. Like, every other second they're getting protection up. So you're probably going to get dispels in. You do want to try and get Relentless Assault and Disruption up, though. So you'll want these, and you'll definitely want this so that Grievous gains speed up. Those are probably your most important abilities to max on him, and then you'll want him nice and tanky as well with a little bit of potency so he can maybe do his target lock application. Alright, and that's the main team. Again, with B1, you do not want him because he assists whenever a droid attacks, which triggers all the protection up. Droid Akka doesn't really have anything going against him, he just doesn't have much going for him. There's like his speed trick where you want him slow to hit like a truck will work in your favor because he's slow and they have preloaded turn meter. So he'll get plenty of stacks for his destructive armaments or reconstructive resolution. But it's like when it comes down to it damage wise, it's still going to be Grievous doing most of the work. Alright, Geonosians Spy does kind of have a cool thing where he can, I think, Silent Strike dispels and then deals damage based on that. Yeah, for each positive effect dispelled. However, like, that's all he would bring to the table. His unique and his basic don't really help. Newt Gunray is useless. Poggle the Lesser, just, I don't even know what he does. I mean, I guess he would be an okay support, but I'd rather just wait for reworks on him. And Dooku, I mean, his stun's okay, but just the other team is better. Like, just straight up, the other team is better. I'll show you one round in it with them. I'm obviously not expecting to win, but I'm going to give it a good go. I'm just not geared enough. Like, it's as simple as that. SonFAC is only gear 6. To do gear 5, I recommend gear 10 for everybody, so I'm definitely not going to make it, but this gives you a good example of what's working. Alright, so most important thing, especially for at least my run-through, is to not open with B2's, what do you call it? You don't want to until you see Kenobi convert the debuffs. Or that to happen. Okay, now we do buff immunity. And then another dispel. And B2's dead. Like I said, my guys just aren't geared enough for this. It's as simple as that. Alright, and here's a taunt from SonFAC. But because Marked is on Magna Guard, so it's not really going to be helpful. Now, strategy-wise for this event, you want to kill Padme first. Padme can't be revived by not Jolie Bindo. So, kill Padme, and she's done. She's not coming back. That eliminates, like, 90% of their protection up gains. Next, you want to kill not Jolie, and then Anakin. If you have to, and you're worried about damage, you can kill Anakin once, but he'll get revived pretty quickly. But Padme cannot come back. That is the only advantage you've got, is if you kill Padme, she's done. But as you can see, the damage on even tier 5 is just through the roof, and we don't even have Mace Windu in yet. And then and he comes in on tier 6, and he's a pain. And then on tier 7, the Courage mechanic comes in, where they convert their protection up into Courage and blow you up. So those are my advised characters and my advised strategy for the event. Good luck, everybody. I hope you can unlock Padme and get her to 7 stars on round 2. I know this just put gearing up my droids into a higher priority, so I'll probably be gear 12ing them. You're gonna definitely need gear 12 and the Zetas I mentioned for the final, or for tier 7, and it wouldn't hurt to get Grievous's Zeta on his leadership at that point too, so I'd say minimum 3 Zetas to do this. And who knows what's going to happen with the reworks. I might have to redo this entire event video later. But Until then, farewell.